What do we do with a broken questline? What do we do with a broken questline? What do we do with a broken questline? Early in the morning. Hi everybody, welcome back to Stoneblock 3 Bedrock Edition. My name is Crafty Red Dragon, and yeah, that's the question. What do we do with a broken questline? And what am I talking about? Okay, let me show you a little something. As you know, I want to do all the walls of here with all the amazing blocks that we have coming out of these devices. Oh, turn that off. And this is the stonemason, this one's a glass blower, etc. So when you go and have a look in here, and it says all the different types we can get, I noticed, because I went into the stonemason first, that when I put in, let's say, red, the first block that came up, red sandstone. And how am I supposed to get red sandstone when I'm in a stone block world? I can't exactly fly out to a nearby mesa and dig it all up. I need to find some red sand. And I thought, well, you know what? We have chickens, and chickens do resources. I think there's a red sand chicken, and sure enough, there is a red sand chicken. That's quite a mouthful. Don't try saying that 10 times fast. So we have this red sand chicken, and I thought, sweet, I'll grab that, breed some up, and I'll put them in a cubby hole somewhere. Except all my cubby holes were full. As you can see, they are all full. They've all got something in them. And yes, I could get rid of these three. The more I thought about it, the more I was like, maybe I actually need to get more of these chickens up and running. Because it's not the only chicken I currently don't have access to. There's clay chickens, tough chickens, gravel chickens. In fact, there's several of these chickens that I just haven't made homes for. And then I thought, well, do I really want to dig out another area of this or ruin what I really enjoy, my little garden area here, by putting in more chicken hitches? And the more I thought about it, the more I realized the answer to that question was no. I was happy to dig out more, and in fact I thought about digging out the opposite corner of our main area in there. But then I thought, well, you know what? There's actually a quest that I have forgotten to return to. If you remember way back when, and it was a little while ago now, when we were going through the quest book, there was this quest here called the Condensed quest. And it automatically came up with congratulations on completing this chapter, when I honestly had only done one thing in the chapter. There's actually 9 quests associated with that quest line, and I only ever did one of them because I got given, if I can find it, 2 condensed crafters as rewards. And as soon as I had the condensed crafter in my hand, the quest line completed. So the cool thing is though, guys, is over the last little while, I've gone back and restarted the world with the new update. And I can tell you now, the questline is nowhere near as broken as it was. It actually works properly now. And through that, I figured out the 9 quests I needed to do to complete the questline. And I thought today, we'd go through those 9. Now, I won't get the rewards, and I won't get it to come up with the big ding that it normally does when you get an achievement. But we can at least complete the quest as it's supposed to be completed. So on that note, I've done a little bit of research, and I have everything we need ready to go in these barrels. So, the first of the quest lines, I believe, is to craft compressed gravel. Well, that's pretty easy. All you need is 9 standard gravel, and that will make a compressed piece of gravel, as you guys well know. Have a look. There it is, 1 compressed gravel. From there, all we need to do And I'm just going to quickly clear out my inventory to make it a little bit easier for me. Get rid of all this normal gravel. From there, we just need to grab 9 compressed gravel. And this will give us the second quest, which is to convert a double compressed gravel. There we go. 1 double compressed gravel. Fantastic. So the third one is then to craft condensed machine walls. So if we have a look up here, we go not craftable, and we go machine. We have the condensed crafter, which as you guys know I already have, and we have these condensed machine walls. And these are made up of 8 pieces of polished deep slate. Now right near the beginning of the stone block, you have to dig down. You need to dig down to find, to trigger off the exploration questline, and you've got to have a look at andesite and diorite, and you've got to look at a granite block, and you've got to look at a tough block, and then down the very bottom we have our cobbled deep slate. And so all you need to do is dig out a chunk. So let's TP ourselves back to the main area. To spawn. Fantastic. And I will show you how the deep slate works. Once you've collected all your deep slate, you can grab some of it and you can either put it into a stone cutter if you've got one, or if you jump into here, you will see deep slate crafts into polished deep slate. And it's just 4 pieces of cobbled deep slate. And the cool thing is, it is a 1-to-1. So you put 4 pieces in, you get 4 pieces out, which is absolutely fantastic. We can now make condensed machine walls. And that has completed the third quest of our quest line. Fantastic. Well done, everybody. So from there, we then need to make a condensed crafter. And the condensed crafter can be made, I believe, let's have a quick look. I'm not going to actually make one because I do have 2 already. But it can be made by adding one of the condensed machine walls with a wooden crafting table. Now note that it is actually a standard crafting table. I'm not 100% sure if the stone one will work, but I know for this recipe it's only showing a standard crafting table. So that's what I would use. And it's easy enough now because we've got wood. We could have a look though. Shall we check it just in case? I think we shall. I've just got to remember where I've put all my cobblestone. In here. We do. Yep, that's what we need. So if we grabbed that, see that it doesn't flick over. So there you go. You know for a fact now that it is a wooden crafting table that you need. Fantastic. Let's put that in there, and we'll put that back in there because we don't need it. Awesome. So the next thing after that, if we go and grab our condensed crafter out of here, so we've got one nice and handy. We're going to go and put this down somewhere convenient. You know what? I actually think I'm going to put it by the main crafting table, because I think that's a cool place for it to go. Look at that. Don't they look cute together? Okay, so our next quest after that is craft a shrink gadget. Now let's have a look at the shrink gadget, because that gets done on the normal crafting table. And if we look it up as a all, there's our shrink gadget. And you need all of this stuff. And this is why this gets complex, because right at the beginning of Stoneblock, you're not going to be able to do a lot in terms of this side of things. But now that we're as far through as we are, and we've got access to pretty much all of this stuff now, we can easily make this shrink gadget. So let's go make ourselves a shrink gadget. I have, in fact, acquired all the stuff we need already. Here it is, right here. So it's 2 redstone, 2 eyes of ender, book, a piece of iron, and a purple stained glass pane. So let's go make ourselves a shrink gadget. And there we go, it's all ready to be made. Ta-da! Now, how does this work, I wonder? Well, I don't think we can use it just yet, but if we have a look at our quest line, it would come up to say you now need to craft a tiny condensed machine. Now you craft the condensed machines with inside the condensed crafting table. And if we have a look at what comes up here, these are all the different types, and they're not in order, which I find really annoying, but it's okay. So we have the tiny one down here, and that's the one we need to make for the next quest line. We've got obviously our machine walls we can make here, which it's still the same recipe. And then we've got these different sizes, so you go from tiny to small. There you go. And then you go to, I think it's normal. And then you go to, must be large. Yep. And then from large to maximum. Yeah, there we go. So confusing not having them in order. I'm assuming? No, they're not even in alphabetical order. So there we go. That's how you make the maximum condensed machine. But for now, we only want to make the tiny one. This gets us to our next award. And this involves oak wood. And specifically oak wood. It doesn't change out for any other wood type. And let's go and grab that out of the chest because I made some earlier. See, there's some I prepared earlier. Nice. Jump back in there and we should be able to make that tiny condensed. And it's going to use up 8 of our walls, which is fine. It means it perfectly works out to 8 every time, so that when you make them, you only need 8 pieces of deep slate to make 8 walls, therefore make one of these machines. So that would be the tiny condensed machine quest completed, and from there we then need to actually use the shrink gadget on the tiny condensed machine, and we need to go inside it. Now, when I did this in my other world, where I was just double checking to make sure the questline worked, I went in without a hitch. But the first time I did this on my original Stoneblock world, I actually ended up almost dying because it was too small a block. It's going to be interesting to see what happens on this one. So let's go. We place it down and we right click on the block. And we go inside a tiny machine. And there you go. See? It kills you. So, to get out of this, all you need to do, and I would have just done it prior, but I wanted to show you guys, you just need to right click. And it takes you back to your world. And that would set off the that would set off the enter the machine questline, which is number 7, I believe. Alright, let's break this down. Excellent, as you can see I'm still having lag issues. And let's go to the next quest line, which would be craft a normal condensed machine. And as I showed you before, we need some blocks for that, which I have, of course, in here, prepared earlier. Again, these are easy now to get because we've got access to all these things, but obviously early game they'd be a lot more difficult. So then from the tiny one we go to the small one, which needs that and that. Oh, but we've forgotten something. The machine walls. Sorry guys. Let's grab myself some cobbled deep slate. Jump in here and we go flip that off and we can get 64 polished deep slate. Beautiful. Then we jump in here. From here we can grab 64 condensed machine walls. We can make a small condensed machine. And then we need to make a normal one. And there's the recipe. And that would trigger off the 8th quest line. And now we've only got one more to do, and that's to go to craft a maximum condensed machine. So we'll go back, keep going through. And there's the diamond one. And then one more with the netherite. Fantastic. And that is our maximum condensed machine. And obviously we've got enough machine walls because I made so many. We could do this multiple times. But by putting that maximum condensed machine in our inventory, that will have triggered off the craft a maximum condensed machine questline, which is questline number 9, and is the final quest, which would give us, once we went and accepted it, it would complete the chapter. So that is all the quests that are involved in going down the condensed questline. And like I said, the latest version of this pack. It works beautifully, works perfectly, so they've obviously fixed all that, which is fantastic to see. But for me, I haven't updated my world. Well, it's updated, but it's not... it's still having issues due to the fact that it's an older world, which is fine, absolutely fine. So what I'm going to do is we're going to find a nice little home for this, and I really don't know where I'm going to put it. I want to put it in a wall. I'm really curious to see if it'll work if I put it in a wall. And shall we jump in and see what the world looks like? Let's go. It's an overworld? They have changed this big time. We can get grass chickens and cows. Oh, wow. This is wicked. You're a tough chicken. Oh, as you can see, I haven't been in here. The last time I was in here, like I keep saying, the last time I was in here, when you clicked on it, it went straight into another cave world, another Stoneblock world, and you just created everything in the Stoneblock world. But this is such a better option. I'm loving this. We can get horses. Man, I wish I'd seen this earlier. This would have been so much more fun. Fantastic. Alright, so if we right click again, it should take us back to our world. And look at that, it does. Oh, wonderful. Fantastic. Alright, so we're going to head up there. We'll light up a big part of the area. And I'm going to get these chickens, probably set them all up the top. And I will get our red sand like we need. I'm going to go through and have a look and see what other things we need that we haven't got yet that the chickens can give us. And that'll go for each of these tables. Glass will be pretty easy because we just need to get different coloured glass, but I will need dye, so I might have to go up and set up a bit of a dye factory in the machine. Let's have a look at what we've got here. We're going to need all the woods. Again, it shouldn't be too hard because now that I've got the wood chickens going, I'll make sure I've got all of those to cover that. The loom, I need to get a lot of, again, it's all reliant on dyes. I've got a lot of white wool. I might set up some more wool chickens. That'll be amazing to see. And then of course this, which is what started it all in the first place. Now I'm not 100% sure I'm going to be able to get some of these because gilded blackstone will involve me going to a bastion in the nether, and I'm not sure if there are any bastions in the nether. I'm assuming there are. We'll go hunting for one. So there we go though. That's the plan. And that's the episode for this week. It's nice and short, and I like it nice and short. Makes it easy for you to watch, makes it easy for me to make. Even better. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and if you have, please don't forget to put a like and subscribe so you can check out the next one. And I will get working on making the chickens in the maximum compact machine. Busy working for us to get us everything we need. I will get this finished. I will. You'll see. Alright guys, I'll catch you all later. Thanks for joining me.